I'm Korey Johnson of the Korey Johnson Foundation, and I'm here at Faith Miracle Temple this morning, and we're getting everything ready, prepared for May 9th. You know, this is a huge event that we're going to be donating $750,000 of product to our law enforcement agencies as well as the military. This is powered by Heroes Care, Faith Miracle Temple is hosting, Leap of Faith, Korey Johnson Foundation, Diamond Divas Empowerment Foundation, and many others that are part of this. Our initiative is to make sure we serve our community just like we always do, but we want to make sure that this is dedicated to Roy Gillespie. Roy Gillespie was one of the legends in our community that made sure that every agency had what they needed during difficult times. And this is our way of paying homage to him, and we're going to continue his legacy from this day until it's over. And I really, really appreciate everybody coming out, but this is just the beginning of many to come. Thank you.
My name's Eddie Ross, the founder and CEO of Diamond Diva Empowerment Foundation. Heroes Care means a lot to me. And not only just Heroes Care, the collaboration and ecosystem that Roy Gillespie has built and the legacy that continues to carry on through Korey Johnson and all the other organizations that collaborate to make a huge investment back into our community. It warms my heart today to be a part of it. I look forward to further collaboration. Together, we can make a huge impact into our community.
Date, fellas? Y'all don't know the date? April 28th. All right, so April 28th is Tuesday from 6 to 7. We're here live, and we're here to talk about some issues just like we have been for the last, about a month, y'all? Yeah, so we get to introduce ourselves. I'm Korey Johnson. We have Mr. Clay Former over here. We have a special guest again tonight. We have Mr. Harris. So y'all know this guy. And if you don't know this guy, you're going to get to know him tonight and what he does in our community, as well as, of course, you know, the funeral home. But hopefully we get a chance to know who this guy really is and what he does for so many people in our community. So tonight, last weekend, we had an epic, I don't even know how to describe it. How can y'all describe what happened this past weekend? It was so many what? Microphone, sir.
But this past weekend, oh man, it was so great. Thank you to Mr. Harris for letting him borrow his Sprinter van. We pulled up in style.
Tell us what happened, dog. To give us some more. I mean, it had to be something else, man. The way you make it sound was real.
Prom was fun. It was an experience, man. You only get one night out of your life. It was a great experience. It was a great experience. I pulled up in a G-Wagon.
In a what?
In a G-Wagon, but we pulled up in a Sprinter van. I took pictures of my guys in the Sprinter van. Everybody looked nice and dapper. You know, yeah, very fresh.
Yourself, sir.
Armani Howard, you know.
It's cool, man.
Class president, National Honor Society, all those good things, real scholastic. But speaking on the whole event on Saturday that day, April 25th, like we said last podcast, that was that day, and it was that day. We pulled up and we showed out 100%. Came through in a Sprinter van, thanks to him. Of course, I'm talking about we probably had like 10 police officers escort, like the whole block was shut down, like for us, like it was really that. Like nobody, we controlled the traffic that day for real, like we really did, and it was cool. We hopped out.
Shout out to all those municipalities that escorted us.
100%.
Shout out to St. Anne Police Department.
All of them. It was too many, but just thank all of them. Like, you know, that we had hopped out, red carpet, made our little pose, and it was that. You know what I'm saying? I probably done seen it on Facebook. It's been going crazy. Like,
yes, sir.
What you think, Mr. Harris? I'm talking to you, sir.
Me personally, I was late to the event, but still a blessing. they still Andy Malone still blessed me to get my suit, so it's still a blessing in disguise either way for me. Very thankful because of him. Renting out the limo for us. It was definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity. And yeah, that's what I think about it.
So let me take this on over to Mr. Clay, because I got that question for him. Like, what was your motivation, man? Because none of that would have happened without you, man. And you set the tone. You said, hey, man, this is what we're gonna do. Hey, I was just there. So tell us, how did this whole idea come about?
Well, first of all, these young men work hard, right? And they deserve to be highlighted for the things that they do positive. It's so easy to log on social media and see all the negative stuff. I was just reading, talking to D'Amica about some at Six Flags where they done changed the policy because of the fight that they had last week, right? Mm-hmm. So when I hear negative comments about, what took place Saturday, I'm like, how? Like, how can you say anything negative about this, right? When they say, oh, this is a waste of money. Well, how is it a waste of money when we're impacting these young men positively, right? We're showing them something different and how to do things the right way. So to me, that's never a waste. But I really, truly wanted to highlight these young men, also to show the importance of relationships, right? And networking and not burning bridges and being genuine and showing up for other people. So when I called these departments, and my man slighted us a little bit. It was like 18 cars, but that's not a big deal. That's not your fault.
Yeah.
But
right. It's only 18.
There's only 18. But, when I called these guys, the only thing they said was where we need to be and what time. That's all they said. Then later on, I explained to them what it was, and then they just doubled down and like, oh, man, we don't want nothing. All of those guys volunteered, and women volunteered their time, right? And so that was huge, and they did it all for these young people that they never even met. So I wanted to make it a once-in-a-lifetime experience, show you how a presidential detail works on a little smaller scale, right? So how y'all can slide through traffic, don't wait or nothing, and have the community that loves you all waiting for you at the end. That was one of the biggest parts to me, that everybody was just there showing love to all the young men. And so pretty much that's how it came about, man. And I wanted to do it, and I'll do it again and again and again for you guys. So that's it. That's pretty much it.
Right. So I'm sure you caught on Mr. Harris here. Mr. Williams, he heard.
Oh, and thank you. I told him before.
You gotta give him his
before we started. I dapped him, I hugged him up. Appreciate it, man. Like you came through in the clutch again. Like these young men, you had no idea who they were, but the person that you are, you did it, and they appreciate that. And man, again, we thank you 100,000 times, because that would have meant nothing without what you did, because they would have had to either walk or all get in the police car. So that we appreciated that big time.
Now we got to highlight, Clay, one thing before
what I leave
we got to
out.
highlight the program and why it's important.
Oh,
why is this
man.
program so important to the community, and why is it important for us to do what we do in this particular program?
For one, this program is a part of the solution, right? We hear so much about what they ain't doing, what they can't do, what they out of control, they all this, but this is where it starts. Programs like this, right? And getting involved. I tell people it's easy to just be on the sidelines and just be a finger warrior or just complain all of the time, but being a part of this program and giving back is what it's all about. And so keeping these young men on the right path, giving them access to making better decisions and opportunities, that's what it's all about, and that's why it's so important. And it's a blessing for me to be a part of it as well.
Right. Mr. Harris, got to turn to you. Real quick question, man, about, I know you're a board member. I know you've been a board member and serve on a lot of different boards in the community. Why is it important for you to, one, be a part of this particular board? And why, with the EMP program, why is that important for you guys to make sure that we have everything we need in order to do for them?
Well, number one, being on this board is because of the fact it is for the young people. It is about the young people. And me being who I am and where I've come from, the most important thing to me is making sure that these young folk have everything that they need to be productive and successful in life. Far, far too many times have I not only been the funeral director, but been a pallbearer for a young person whose life was taken far, far too soon. And I don't want to see that continue. If I can help somebody as I pass along, if I can show somebody that they're traveling wrong, then my living is not in vain. But if I can help any of these young men, mentor them, do whatever I can to support them, I'm all in. Because once again, far too many times have I helped carry a casket of young men their age, younger, slightly older, to their final resting place. And we've got to stop that. We've got to stop this violence towards each other. We've got to stop. And as a funeral director, I'm saying it firsthand. I see it on a regular basis. But if you can help mold these young men, mold these young women to be productive and positive role models in society, some of this stuff will stop.
Yes, sir.
And it's very, very important that all people, especially not just business owners, but football coaches, basketball coaches, school teachers, everybody has to help. It takes a village to help these young folk. And that's what we've got to do. We've got to stay committed to doing it. And I'm definitely 100% committed.
Yes, sir. And you have been 110% committed in our community. I personally know certain things that you've done for people in our community, and I want to say thank you for the things that you've done. I do know on the other side, some of these things, I will never put them out there, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Armani, I have a question for you. Being in this program, I know we really talk about the benefits of it, but what, like certain things, certain other programs that you could have been a part of, right? What is one of the best things since you've been in this program has happened to you because of this program?
Man,
Can you give me that? And I'm gonna ask everybody in here too, just so you know, it's coming to everybody.
That's cool. I say, man, I don't even know where to start. I say, first thing I just thought of was glasses. I ain't got them on right now, but like glasses, like I could see well enough, but I have astigmatism. So it's like my vision, like, you know, and then I was getting glasses, but I ain't really like how, you know, like how they was fitting my face or all these different things. Told Miss Charlene, told Miss Tamika, made it happen. Got some glasses. You see what I'm saying? Same thing. Wash her and dryer. My mama washed her and dryer. Start tripping. You know what I'm saying? Wash her and dryer on the way to the crib tomorrow. You know? Like, it's just a bunch of different things. Like, I can't even, like, it's just a bunch of stuff to where it's just like, it's like an extra support system, an extra backbone to when if you really in a place of need for something, you know, you can ask them, and then as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do within the program, you're going to receive, you know, it's a give and give, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to always get more than what you're giving because all you got to do is show up, and then you getting all these different resources back in return. Like, it's a great exchange, you know what I'm saying? Like, for like a family type scenario, like an extension of family, you know? For real.
What you think, Mr. Harris?
I agree with Mr. President. They definitely do help us a lot with a lot of things. Like at first in the beginning of the school year, I was struggling with math like real hard, and they helped us out get it with a tutor, and the tutor helped me out a lot. And make sure I'm trying to graduate on time. So it's definitely has been like like a backbone, something you can lean on, somebody you can trust, like family, and definitely grateful for everybody.
Cool. Anybody else got anything to say to that? Yeah, it's already on.
So I say it's been a blessing. The fact I could help my mama and my sisters out with this like Christmas time. Like we had went to the Blue House and family came out and all that, and it was just gifts getting passed out to different families, and that was a good thing to see. And then the fact I could run to Miss Charlene and Miss Tamika if something really going on, I need something. I know, like, I ain't gonna say it's always guaranteed, but it's always a good to ask sometimes. So the fact I could go to them, it'd be a blessing to have that extra support.
And speaking of support, man, how has this program supported you mentally? Can y'all touch on that for me?
Mentally, I'll say like it's not the end. No matter what you go through in life, you is somebody always that can help. And I think Annie Malone does a great job of doing that, helping us become great young men, mature, good young men. And I don't think that's like known enough. I think Annie Malone should definitely have a lot of credit for the amount of stuff they go through, the amount of stuff they help us with, the amount of it's just a lot. Definitely grateful.
About you, Mr. Howard?
Mentally, I feel like it's just been kind of like a stress off my shoulders with certain things. Like I said, like my mama finna get a whole new washer and dryer tomorrow. Like we been straight at the crib, like you got, it's the knob on the wall for the water to hide in the cold. The blue knob, you gotta twist it, let it run, then you gotta twist it off. It's like we mainly washing the clothes on the washing machine. I swear to God, like I don't care. Like so that junk come tomorrow. Like it's stuff like that. The where because with that you gotta wash the clothes while you washing them. Because if it overfill, the basement gonna flood. So it's like just knowing I ain't gotta. You know what I'm saying? Worry about that when I'm trying to wash my clothes for school or whatever the case may be. Like it's stuff like that to where it's just like a stress off of people's shoulders a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just knowing that I could, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, extension of family, knowing that if it's something that's needed, they're gonna try to do their best with the budget cuts to make sure that we get what we need. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you ain't never washed your clothes with just like this, huh?
I did that before too. I'm just saying right now.
I'm just saying.
Like at the crib, that's just what it is. But I did that before too. Like real quick. You know what I'm saying? A little dog dish soap.
I heard
Come
that.
here.
All right. I just had to ask,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Fabric on fabric.
Fabric on fabric.
You know.
Uh-huh. So Clay, what topics you want to talk about tonight, man? I know you got some stuff on your mind, man. We done seen a lot of stuff go on this week. Mr. Harris, Mr. William C. Harris, you chime in as well. It's been a lot going on, man. One, they had the prom, which we talked about, which they ain't, I don't think they was hype enough for that because it was just
Epic.
and like I was going to prom.
You don't even know.
Epic.
But it's, it's
You
some
don't
other
even know.
things, man, that I think I kind of want to, get your opinion on what you got going on in your mind. Ask these boys some questions tonight.
I wanna touch on consequences.
Ooh.
Right? I want
The
to
C
touch
word.
on consequences
Ooh.
since we have Mr. Harris here.
Yes.
Right? Because I don't think a lot of times young people get that there's going to be consequences to said actions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It looks all good on the videos and on social media and at concerts and these lyrics and all that stuff. But there sometimes is a consequence to that. And that end game you may not be able to come back from. And they don't know how, some don't understand how that impacts your families, your friends. Being a police officer for so many years that I have been in this job, I've seen, as Mr. Harris has, a lot of death right? To where I've become very insensitive to it, right? And so I can walk in the room and it could be 100 dead bodies and I can walk right over them and that wouldn't bother me one bit. And I hope that doesn't sound bad. However, I can never get used to the families that we have to talk to and that we have to explain what happened to your loved one, right? Because we're not the it all be all, right? We're not there to judge them. We're just there to get justice for the family. But that's still, no matter what they did, you know, that mama didn't do it, daddy didn't do it, auntie, granny and them didn't do it, right? So, you know, that touches my soul when I have to, again, explain to these families what happened to their loved ones and what's the next steps in the process. So I would like to touch on that, and I know Mr. Harris can definitely speak to that.
So, yes, far too many times have we been in that situation to sit on one side of the table with a grieving family on the other side of the table. And having to be somewhat of an intermediator when you have a grieving family member who does not understand death. The clinical definition of the word death means complete cessation of life. Everything has ceased within this person. And being a funeral director, you oftentimes see a grieving mother who just cannot grasp the fact that her child is not coming home. A real funeral director has to have broad shoulders because you have to carry that family. You have to carry that mother, sometimes that father, that sister, that brother. But at the same time, could have been a straight A student in school, star athlete on the sports, in sports, a very, the word I'm trying to find, astute in their education. How do you explain that? But at the same time, you have to work with families that have children on the other end of the spectrum that were not necessarily going down the right path, got caught up in the wrong crowd. That's not for me to judge. My job is to help you get through this situation. And I judge no one because I too one day have to be judged. So with that being said, it's like a double-edged sword because you have to help no matter what the situation was. But from my perspective, what I have seen here today is absolutely phenomenal. I take my hat off to you ladies, to you gentlemen. What you all are doing and have done is nothing short of amazing. And I take my hat off to these young men.
That's right.
When I walked in the door, I just felt the vibe of all you young men and what you all are trying to accomplish. And the only thing that I would say to you all right now, here, today, stay the course. Stay the course. You all have given me nothing but complete respect since I've been here this afternoon. And quite honestly, I don't see that on a regular basis from your peers. I don't see that. So you all have to forgive me because I'm in awe right now to see you young men so respectful, and doing what you're needing to do. You all are so excited and elated about graduating. The only thing I will say to you all is keep that same energy when you go to that next level. This is not the end of this. This is just the beginning for you all. This is just the beginning, because now you're about to experience that thing we call life. And I think, as you all say, when life is lifing, get ready. Put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. But stay the course, young men. You all are doing an excellent job. And the staff here, I can't.
It's
not every day that I see this.
It's breathtaking.
It's not
man.
every day. I'm sorry, it's not.
I had the same experience when I initially met these young men. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What they doing over here at Live for Life? I got to get.
It's very refreshing
right,
to see this.
Right.
It really is. And you take into consideration someone from my perspective in that I deal with death every day, all day. Very sad, very somber. My job is to relieve the burden from the family as much as I can. One true fact is I cannot. I wish I could, but I can't bring your loved one back. The only thing I can do is try to make this process as caring, courteous, and as comfortable as possible. But you young men right here today, this is amazing. You all have the right attitude. You got your focus on. And you all are motivated. Keep that energy. Whatever you do, keep that energy. And in 4 years, you all will be in the same position getting ready to graduate from college. Going into your career path, whatever you choose to do. But be positive.
As you know, we always have Miss Keisha Lee. Everybody make sure y'all speak to Keisha because she's watching everything you're doing.
Miss Keisha.
All right. Mm-hmm. So we had a couple questions. One specifically for you, Mr. William C. Harris. What advice would you give a young man trying to stay on the right path, but there's a lot of pressure around him? Like a lot of these young men, and I could specifically say, not just in this program, but a lot of them apply that pressure on themselves to take care of their family, things like that, man. They got a lot of pressure on them. They want to go to school, they want to do this, but their home life, it's a lot of pressure. What advice can you give those type of young men?
Well, number one, that's a great attribute to have, is wanting to take care of your family. That's great. However, what you've got to learn to do is balance it. I would never say, turn your back on your family. I would never tell you to do that. But at the same time, you've got a path that you've got to follow. And to be totally honest, pray. Ask God to give you what you need. He said in his word, ask it in my name, and it shall be given. If you can't see any light at the end of the tunnel for you trying to stay on the right path, trying to make sure that your family and your siblings have, or your parents have what they need, well, understand this. At some point in time, you feel that there's a breaking point. What do you do? Where do you go? And the only thing that I can say is this: to God be the glory for this organization right here. Because from what I'm seeing, this year's you're out for now. But again, in 4 years, 8 years, 10 years, 20 years, you could be sitting in this very spot telling somebody else the same thing. How to get there. Cross that finish line. But at the end of the day, stay positive. Trust in him who will not leave you. And I think all of you all know what I'm talking about. If you're not sure, I don't mind explaining it even further, but trust in him who will not leave you. He will see you through no matter what. But you got to keep him first, and that's him. That is him.
I have one more.
He's the ruler and keeper of all.
I'm gonna go to my man here, Clay. Clay.
You have another question?
No, man, I want you to come on, pop up with one. I got a couple of questions in queue. I'm gonna come back to Mr. Harris about.
So the question was, what kind of positive I can lay out there for the kids?
Yeah, so basically.
So I say this a lot to them. Just use your networks and take advantage of this program and what people put in front of you all. Like, I follow Coach Prime a lot. That's just my squad, right? But
We didn't know.
You didn't know?
We didn't know that.
Well, I do. And so, but more so, I just like the fact that he puts his players in positions to win. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't just bring in former athletes. He's bringing in financial advisors. He's bringing in people in the medical field. He's bringing in all of these different people and putting them in front of you to better yourself outside of football, right? And to make you a better man, husband, father, whatever you choose to be, right? And so please, man, take advantage of everything that's being put in front of you. Like, again, I mean, I just take it back to prom. Like, that was nothing. A lot of people was like, man, that was amazing. But that literally was nothing but a phone call. That's it, because of the networks and the relationships. So I would just keep harping on that. Like, don't be afraid to ask. A closed mouth won't get fed. You may need that letter of recommendation from a Mr. Harris or Korey or even me or Miss Keisha. You know, that carries weight. Make it easier on yourself. Yeah, you can pull yourself up by the boots, by your bootstraps, get it out the mud. But if you can make it easier on yourself just by a relationship, why not do it? Like, I don't have to stand in line when I can just make a call and say, hey, I'm putting my application in for this. And they say, oh, we got you, bro. Like, say less. Like, I haven't interviewed for a job in, my God, like 20-something years. Like, literally, I have not. I have not applied for it. Like, they were all asked me to come work for them. That's the level that you want to get to.
Yeah, man. So I want to piggyback off that, man. I want to ask y'all a question to you guys in here. Why is it so hard for y'all to ask for help? I really want to know that. Help me.
I'll say, like, a lot of people like don't like to tell everybody everything about life, because sometimes life be hard. So I'll say I'm trying to understand a person, knowing their situation and whatnot. But eventually, I feel like people will open up, you know.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like, let's say with me and you, right? I just met you this year, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm just getting the chance to get to know you, all these other things. And I see clearly that you may need some help. Let's just say, like you said, with math or whatever. I know it, right? Mm-hmm. Why is it so hard for you to say, hey, man, Mr. Korey, I need some help with my math, man. I'm struggling over here, man. I just need some help. Is it, what is it? Is it because you don't know me? It's the lack of trust? What is it? I'm really trying to get to the root cause of that.
I could say both what you asked, not knowing them and the lack of trust, you know, just not, I guess people not opening up, but I feel like once people get comfortable, you know, and say what they're going through and whatnot, I feel like if the person want to help, they'll definitely help. So,
right.
Is it also like a fear of being judged?
Yeah, that too. Also,
That's
yeah,
what I
that
could
too.
see.
Being having that fear of being judged, of having a background, just not wanting to tell people your lifetime, your life situation. So,
So from a older guy at this point in time, do y'all know that we was once y'all age too? And that we probably were embarrassed about a whole lot, way worse things than probably you can imagine. But you look at us at who we are to this day. Just know, man, we done been through some stuff too, you know. And unless you ask, we'll tell you. I'll open up like a book if you ask me, you know. But again, I want y'all to really understand that hey, we didn't get this old being stupid, man, or making poor choices. We made some poor choices probably back then, yeah, and we learned from them, and we redirected ourselves. So I just want to put that out there for y'all to understand that. I really do.
I got a question.
What's that?
How old are you?
46.
Okay, cool.
Coming from the 60-year-old. I'm sorry.
So I'm 19.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to see what steps did you take to stay out of jail and not being dead somewhere, or even though you wanted to. Like, have you ever had a moment where you just wanted to lose it all?
Man, ever?
So how did you overcome or get past the obstacle of that right there?
Or wanting to give up is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
And that's a very, very good question, because I'm very sure it's not just you that feel that way, that probably not brave enough to ask. Man, it's at 19 years old, I grew up not too far from here, okay? I was faced with probably the same type of things that y'all was faced with, probably a little worse. You know, hanging with certain individuals, you know, you make poor choices, all right? And when you make poor choices with people that think like you wind up putting yourself in situations, right? I started losing people when I was 12 years old, right? I can name them by name in my head. And I thought for a very long time that this stuff was normal, because I've seen it so much, right? And to give up, like you said, you see your friends get, like Mr. Harris said, you're a pallbearer to your friend. You was just with them, now you're a pallbearer. You feeling some type of way. You don't think people understand how you feel. All these balled up emotions. And then you turn to substances, whatever the case may be. And then now you're in a situation where you just want to like y'all say, crash out, right? Luckily for me, I had enough sense and I had enough older guys that wouldn't allow that seen what I was going through, that pulled me to the side and told me about myself. I was fortunate to have that. And I was fortunate enough to trust them enough to say how I felt. What's on your mind?
You proud where you at right now?
I'm very proud of where I'm at right now. Very proud. And those that know me from then to now, they'll tell you that same thing, bro.
Appreciate it.
Me personally, I think everything happened for a reason. No matter if it's good or bad. I just think, you just got to keep going, keep pushing through things, even though life is hard, it's gonna be. But as long as you have faith in God and trust Him in every decision He make, because it's His decision, so you got to respect that. And yeah.
I think, go back to what was said for real. I just think that our generation, the people above us have instilled not wanting handouts, not wanting things given to us. You might hear that a lot from like a black parent or like my grandmother. Like, she don't want nothing given to her. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times help, know what I'm saying, asking questions. It's kind of like this fear of like you begging somebody for something. You don't want nobody to give you nothing. But it's also hypocritical because a lot of times our people will be on like government assistance and all these other things. So you do have a handout, but it's still like you don't want any more. It's this stigma of just, they like, you know, it's like they already not content with where they at, and then that was put on to us. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think with us becoming men or women or whatever the case may be, it's hard to like differentiate right and wrong because you only know what you know. So what may be right or wrong is all going to be subjective, and you have to kind of like figure those types of things out. So a lot of stuff I feel is really generational. You know, that's why a lot of times I say like generational curses have to be broken. You know, and that's what I'm working on doing right now. A lot of times, just breaking generational curses and all these different things that just keep happening. You know what I'm saying? To where it almost feels hereditary. That's why you got to break them. You feel me?
I think one of the big things, to your point, and one of the advantages that you all have today is there's so many resources that you can tap into once you start reaching that point or feel like you're getting to that point. Even here where they have your one-on-one therapy sessions, right? You have mentors that have been there, done that. You have these ladies over here, and they can attest where me and Korey in the past have been at our wits' end and was like, this guy got to go. And Tamika and Charlene would be like, absolutely not. They're my babies. We finna walk them through this. We finna talk them through this. Whereas a man, we like, no, they gotta go.
They gotta go.
Miss Keisha called and be like, absolutely not, right? So tap into those people that actually care about you and that are there for you no matter how hard it may be, right? And I feel like you'll make a breakthrough because we've all been through things, some more than others, but we've all been through those things. So tap into that, and I promise you'll see a change.
I got a question for either you or whoever. So as a man, when it's late at night and it's just you, and you might have 1,000 things in your head, and it could be all negativity. How do you operate it? How do you gauge those things? Like, I'm trying to figure out how to word what I'm saying, but like when it's just you alone at night, and you got all these thoughts in your head, they could be negative or positive, you know what I'm saying? And it's just the negativity could take over. How is you overcoming that?
That's a really good question. That's a really good question.
Can I speak on that?
Yeah, please do.
All right,
Please
money.
do.
That's a good question on money because, like, I'm 40, bro. I still, that's crazy you asked that because at 40, I still go through that. Ask Miss Charlene. When I wake up every single day at 3 o'clock in the morning, it never ever fails. Might be 3:20, never fails, but I'm always stressing and worried about something. And the way I've been coping with it, and it's been helping me for real. I straight just tell myself on money. I'm sorry. I just gotta focus on the goal. I know I want better. I know I want to stop feeling this way, and I know it's the environment. I know it's my environment that made me go through this. And right now, I really can't do nothing to shake my environment, but keep working harder till I can get up out of it. So I straight gotta, even when I still wake up at 3 on money, I really tell myself, and it's this simple for me. I want that Lamborghini. I want that 4-car garage house. I want a nice picket fence with my kids and them dogs running around. And I know every day I wake up and I walk off my front porch, bro, I'm in total chaos. But I know that's what's stressing me. And I learned to straight just stay focused on the goal, stay focused on the future. It ain't gonna be like that forever, bro. Promise you.
Thank you.
That is exactly what I wanted to piggyback on what he was saying. When you already know the difference between the negative and the positive, keep focusing on the positive. Try your best. And I'm not gonna say that it's always easy, but try your best to consume yourself with the positive and what's going to be a positive outcome for you. Because if it's negative and you know the difference between the negative and the positive, the negative normally doesn't end well, or it's not going to be a good solution. So just try to consume yourself with the positive. And again, it's not going to be easy. Rome was not built overnight, if you all know what that phrase means. It's going to take time. But the more you involve your mindset with positive, you're going to find yourself thinking of nothing but the positive. And the negative will dissipate by itself.
For me, I have daily conversations with God, right? So I ask him to guide my path. What will you have me to do? Why am I going through this? I know that you're not supposed to question God, but we're human. Like, we'll be like, why did you let such and such happen? Why did if you love me so much, why would this happen? Right? So I have those talks with him in those very moments. And I will always remember something my mother told me when I was 5 years old. And she was like, there will be no decision that you can make in your life that it won't affect another person, no matter what it is. Whether you decide to go get some Chinese food, it's going to affect the people that you're going to buy the Chinese food from. And so I had to think like, man, I can't be selfish anymore. If I make this decision, it may affect my family. It may affect my kids. It may affect, my career. All of these things I have to take into account when I have those feelings. And so I truly lean on God to ask him for his guidance and his direction. And it will change your life if you take that route, I promise you.
And one thing Miss Tanya Honor pointed out, she was talking about affirmations. You guys know what affirmations are? That's right. Short, positive, encouraging statements designed to challenge negative thoughts and boost self-worth by repeating them regularly. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. And to add what you're saying, you have to. You got to have them talks with yourself like, no, I ain't doing that. This ain't aligning with where I'm aiming to go. But you got to know where you want to go. And wherever that is, if it doesn't align with that, don't do it. Don't do it. You're getting yourself right off track again. And just like my man in the back said, he know every day he had that talk with himself. He having battles with himself just like every man in this room. We all had the same battles. This is probably a little different. We have to consistently remind ourselves, nope, I'm not doing it. Nope, I'm not going there. Nope, I'm going over here. Yeah. I just wanted to tell you that, man.
Yeah, I just asked that because, like,
that's a really good question.
Stuff just be happening, and then like it just be like that time it's just you. And a lot of times you may feel like in that moment, you may have stuff on your chest, certain things you can't tell certain people, all them type of stuff. You may want to, but you may not be able to, or you may not have certain outlets, all type of different stuff. And I feel like that's another thing that affects a lot of young people. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times I don't think it's scared to ask. I think it's just scared of rejection.
Scared of rejection.
Being like your emotions being rejected. If I tell you something and you don't take it the way I might have, wanted you to take it, I'm gonna feel away. And now it's like rage because if it was a certain thing, like it's hate. It ain't have to be hate, and it just trickles down. And becomes different things, and then it's just like uncured hate, It just develops, I feel. So I just wanted to ask that, though. I feel like that's just, one of those things. It's just like, everybody go through, and I feel like a lot of people don't. I feel like I don't hear a lot of people speak on that enough, for real.
That's a good question, Omani. You were gonna say something, my man.
Let's see. All right. So another thing too. Actually, another question. Where I come from the north side, right off. You know what I'm saying? Kings Highway, Casa. You know what I'm saying? I feel like probably like a year or two ago. I've been really jump off the porch as of my own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So now it's like I'm trying to figure out everything as a young man, trying to figure out everything. It's like sometimes I be having a lot of dark clouds. Mm-hmm. So I be trying to figure out what be going on. But I just live day by day. And whatever happen, I live in a mindset of whatever happen. Die tomorrow, die tomorrow. Live tomorrow. Whatever happens, happen. So that's how I'm living as today.
You want to speak to that? You want to speak to that?
Yeah.
Give him that mic. Yeah, that one's still on.
Bro, I relate so much to y'all, like for real. I come from the same place as y'all for real. Like I'm from North City, born and raised, the Ville neighborhood. That's what I say when I come from my porch every day. It's pure chaos. Just the other day, I de-escalated a gun situation. One of my partners wanted to do something to one of my other partners. Broad daylight. Had to intervene, calm him, talk him down. And later on, he came to me and told me I straight saved his life. And I simply had to straight just tell him, like, the environment's crazy, but you don't got to blend in with it. Like you was telling him earlier. Do I really want to go stand on? Yeah, they're my partners, but I don't got to go stand over there with them because I know what that's gonna bring, and I know what I don't want to come to me.
Right.
And it's kind of that easy, bro. It seemed hard because them our partners, them all the people we know, we grew up there. So them seem like our family and friends for real, which they probably are. But when we got different intentions and they on the same thing, that's when it be hard to escape for real, bro. Like, I'm dang near outcast in the neighborhood now. I pop out every now and then just to show everybody I still love them and do this and that. But other than that, bro, I don't hang around because I know if 8 times out of 10, if I stand over here with him, I might get shot at. If I stand over here with that one, I might end up going to jail. It's knowing, like, bro, like you said, you grew up on the north side, you know your environment, you know them people, you know what they could bring. So all you got to do is teach yourself, train yourself. Like, do I really need this? Do I, like, look at everybody around you in the hood, what they doing? Is that what I want to do? Because that's, when you hang with them people, that's what you end up doing. You get influenced, you know what I'm saying? But if you stand back and just look at the situation out your window, bro, put it all together, you straight see what you want to do, what you don't want to do, and what's going to affect you positive and negatively in that neighborhood, bro. Like I said, when I step off my porch, it's pure chaos. But I learned how to move around it so I wouldn't get sucked into it. Bro, my whole neighborhood, my family and friends, felons, murderers, drug dealers, all that. I love them to death. You'll see me with them every day for a brief moment, but I separate myself because I don't want that energy, bro. And I'm telling you, it seemed difficult, but it's that simple. Like, you straight got to separate yourself. And y'all smart. You smart, bro.
What's your name? I'm sorry. What's your name?
Dalen, but you call me Daylo.
Daylo?
Yeah.
All right, Daylo. LaTanya told me to tell you, don't speak like that, King. Always speak life. Words are powerful. And those words that you utilize, you know, being here today, not here tomorrow, a lot of y'all feel that way. And I can't minimize how you feel. But I can't say it didn't strike a nerve to me to hear you say that. I can't. What I can say to you is, what can I do for you to change that thought process? I'm asking you that. What can I do? What can we do?
Jump back to what he said, Will, which I was saying earlier, the not asking for help thing. I be trying to be a soldier about it, be a warrior about it, and try to see what I could do on my own first. And then, you know, I'm going to tell you a little story real fast. I kind of, like, take a lot of sacrifices. Mm-hmm. Like, if I feel like I'm doing something wrong, I'm going to put myself on timeout. Like, I don't know if you know what, like, center point is, all that. Yeah, but, like, I put myself in them places a couple times for, like, a month or 3 weeks. I'm talking about no phone, nothing, no outside, seeing sunlight, nothing. You know, orange scrubs every day. So if I feel like I'm getting to a bad moment, I'm going to do that to myself instead of being out here and feeling like I'm going to do something bad to somebody else or myself. But I've been kind of coping a little better with it. I think music kind of helped me. And then taking little drives, it's like therapeutic to me. So I just been doing that a lot. And
do you have anybody that could be your mentor? that you look up to in that way? That can that you can express those thoughts right there. Because it's more, it's even deeper. Because you getting there, but you may not want to do it here. But like even just having those conversations.
You know, I got partners. You know, you got Armani right here. You got Josh right here, another partner. I got some Northside homeboys. But another thing to touch back on that, too, I can't really always talk to my Northside homeboys because they be outside. Mm-hmm. So I can't really, you know.
I understand.
But at the same time, I don't be wanting to put them in the bubble too much. Knowing the fact that they got their own stuff, because I'm a big heart person. I know if you got your own stuff going on, I'm not going to even speak on no topic like that. I just take it up with myself before I, you know. And I feel like that's kind of some, from what I heard, it messed me up because I be thinking about other people and their circumstances. And that's what kind of bring me not asking for help from other people.
So, what is it that really hinders you? That you feel that hinders you from asking for help? What is the biggest fear that you have? Is it rejection, or?
That's a good word. Rejection, and I feel weak as a man, feeling like I need help.
To ask for help.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. Being a man and having to ask for help does not make you less of a man. It does not. Now, I hear my older brothers in here going, you know, teasing each other about age. I'm 61. I have 3 sons and a daughter. I, too, sometimes have to ask for help. It's not beneath me. But that also does not make me less of a man because I do have to ask for help. If you, let me just give you a scenario. You and a buddy are out on a bank fishing. Let's just say, for hypothetically, you're in a fishing contest. And you just snagged the biggest catch of the day. Let's just say, let's sweeten the pot. It's a $1,000 reward for the biggest fish. Are you going to let it get away? Or are you going to ask for help? Because you can't reel it in by yourself.
You go get some.
Now, that $1,000 is like I said, that's sweetening the pot a little bit. But I want to give you something that's not so drastic. Something that you could very easily ask your homeboy for help to pull it in, to get that prize. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, keeping your eye on the prize.
Let me ask you something real quick, because I want to touch on something. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's a good question, bro. That's crazy. Shoot.
I even lessen it. Let's just say 2. Oh, no. Next year.
I just want to get the blessings I've been praying for. I don't really know, but I know what career path I want to take up. I just want to be great in it and successful in it. You know, that's really it. For real.
So what's life after high school look like for you?
I'm really, you know what I'm saying, I'm big on cars, so I'm trying to be a car salesman and
You trying or you going to?
Oh, I'm going to for sure.
Okay.
I'm going to for sure. But yeah, that's what I'm on.
I got a question, because I feel like as young men, we have a lot of pressure of the future And then if you come from certain circumstances, your biggest motivation is gonna be money and being successful and making sure that you get paid however you could do that, even if it legally, illegally, whatever that may look like. With young men, a lot of times you may be the golden boy of your family, the one that's gonna get everybody up, right? Or that may not be the scenario for everybody, but let's just say it is. How would you know what I'm saying, stay the brightest star in a room full of darkness? How do you make sure that you stay doing what you need to do? Because you got it's all darkness. You may come from a long line of people that done went to jail. All the males in your family done went to jail. None of them ain't did nothing productive. They all negative things. The people that you're supposed to look to, 40 years old, still going to the club. Right? Like, it's just not positive influences. How do you stay a positive influence for your family and your little brothers or whoever that may be at our age, 18, 17, 19, and stay the brightest star in that dark room?
So I can kind of relate to what you're saying and what you're asking. Now, mind you, I'm the youngest of 4. But guess what? I'm the only male child. 3 sisters above me. Clubbing, doing all of that. Everything. But the blessing that I had was this. On February the 13th, 1977, I was blessed with my first job in a funeral home, answering the phone, washing cars. That's what motivated me, because I had a mentor who allowed me that opportunity where I can go and make money. And this wasn't to take care of my family, this was to take care of me. But at the same time, having had that opportunity, I grew fond of that industry. It is what we call the death care industry. That's quote unquote the technical name now. And I developed a passion for it. And I'm still there today in that same realm. But whatever it is that you choose to do in life, you made a comment whether it's legal or illegal. Well, if you know it's illegal, somebody brought up the word consequences earlier. Well, you already know what the consequences are. It's 2 things. There's only 2. If it's anything illegal, it's only 2. Jail or the cemetery. But the fact of the matter is you already know the difference between right and wrong. So why not keep that energy to do what's right? Follow that right path and become who you want to become. Become what you want to become. And that is a role model and a mentor for somebody coming behind you.
I wanted to piggyback on something that you said as it relates to Low about breaking curses, right? So it's been passed down through generations that, men, we supposed to just suck it up, right? You can't be soft. You don't cry. Men don't cry. It's crazy, right? Let's start there, because it is okay to cry, right? To what you all were saying earlier, we don't have to bear the burden of every single thing, right? It's okay to get the help But also, I know I'm personal friends with Derek Sewell, and he is the owner of O'Fallon Buick GMC. He is the only black major car dealership owner in Missouri. And I'm gonna make a call for you if that's really what you want to do. So we can start there. So that's what we're talking about. We're gonna make it happen for you. So I'll talk with you after this. But then it's okay not to be okay. People say that all the time, especially for us men. It's okay.
Yeah, because just to be honest, for real, the reason I even asked that, just because that's kind of the predicament I'm in right now, for real. Because, like, the Armani right now, I wouldn't know it's this way. This is a development. This is a product of hard things occurring. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's hard trying to stay the path of positivity when it's a lot of negativity. And when you have a lot of things where it's like hard, and you done seen a lot, been through a lot, you know, it's like, it'd be hard trying to stay right, because it just be so easy to just, like he was saying, like hit that dark space, and you just like, I don't even want to be this positive person no more, because a lot of times you feel like you don't reap the rewards of it.
It's harder.
You got to put yourself in different circles at the same time, right? So I know people think I have a whole lot of friends, right? They'll see me on Facebook and see, oh, you got all these likes and comments and all these people, but my circle is very small.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No,
I know a lot of
100%.
people, but my circle is very small. And if you knew my circle that I can count on one hand, we all have the same thing in common. Korey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know what Korey be on. I can call Korey. He calls me, bro, I'm just calling to check on you, man. I ain't heard from you in a week.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. So I want to be around positive people. I'm going to put myself in this positive circle, whether it's Keisha. Me and Keisha have conversations. Even these crazy ladies over here.
Hey,
I know my circle is.
You're right.
I know I can lean on them, but for real, like my partners, for real.
Yeah.
They don't be on that, man. We on something very, very positive, and that's again why my circle is very, very small. I just know a lot of people. So surround yourself with the people that you want to be.
Yeah, I like that you saying that, but also I feel like a lot of times when people tell like younger people these things, it just be really harder said than done. Like, it's way harder trying to find like-minded people or put yourself in these situations with people that's on what you on, because everybody on something different. Like, the same people, you could have grew up with them for years, and they just not on what you on no more. And so it's just, and at the end of the day, it's still a connection. Like, that's my brother, but bro be tripping, and you know that, but it's like, that's still my brother. So it just be weird, and it's like, it's a lot of times it's just easier said than done to put yourself in the right spaces and places. And I feel like I've been doing a good enough job of trying to meet people and network and all these different things and put myself in these situations, but I done branched off so much from the rest of my friends to where it's just like, I don't know, like it's just different. Like, and it, you know, ain't nothing against nothing to nobody. It's just like I put myself in a different mindset from what I had going on, you know, and it's just like I don't wanna go through that no more. You feel me?
Everybody is not supposed to come on this journey with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't supposed to be in the car with you on this road that you're going down to success. Yeah. And the people that fall off, they fall off for a reason. Mm-hmm. God put people in your life for a reason. He put you in situations for a reason. Sometimes God will remove people out of the room because he heard conversations that you didn't hear. You know what I'm saying? So just follow that, man. Don't worry about those people. We can't help everybody, and everybody ain't supposed to be with you in your winning season.
No, for sure. I like that.
One quick, because it's on my heart and my mind. D-Lo, you spoke earlier about a couple of things that you've been through, right? And like when you feel in a certain type of way, you remove yourself out of these situations. Since you've been in this program, tell us how that has helped you navigate and make better decisions when it comes to doing certain things outside of here?
I ain't know people was this genuine.
Huh?
I ain't know people was genuine like that.
You didn't?
Nah, I didn't.
Can you give me an example?
I didn't like this. Is the first time I probably seen the older adults, as of like, I don't know, bro, just open arms off the rip. And me, the fact I'm like, name it, I don't even know you like that, but the fact I grew and got to know, I didn't know open arms could be given out like that to just random people. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, so I never knew. But it's been a roller coaster, cool experience. I ain't been anticipating as much because I be on my own little thing, trying to make my money and grind and hustle so I can get where I want to be. But when I do come, though, it do be genuine. So that's all I can say.
What's on your mind, man?
I seen you ask that a lot this again.
No, I'm asking you for a reason because everybody in here can feel it. Is what's on your mind?
I don't know, man. I just want to win, bro. I just want to win, and it kind of like when I see like dark tunnel all the time, but I know where I want to be, and I know my full. I ain't gonna say that, but I know my potential. I know my work ethic, just as a man. So I don't know, man. I just want to be great. But at the same time, I can also see both. I can see the clear path and I can see the dark path. I know how I could get in dark paths, and I know how I could get in when I'm on top of, you know.
So would you say that you're more experienced in the dark path than the great light?
Yeah, I ain't really seen that. That's that
Right.
yet, and that all that. There's only one thing that path is, and it's to find happiness. I've been trying to find it. It might be a smile here and there, but like the happiness part, that's like I'm trying to make that permanent in my life. Yeah.
So can you make a pledge today that you want that for yourself and you're going to ask for help while we're here?
Yeah. I can make that happen.
I need you to say it though.
Well,
I can't want it for you.
No, I'll make it happen for sure.
You gonna make it happen?
Yeah.
You promise me? I'm just now meeting you.
Not for sure.
All right. Stand up. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
Sure.
Because I just want to ask you directly, because I know, like you said, there's like, I don't know if it's the energy or just the kind of feeling, and everybody's kind of like wanting to, I guess, feed into you so that you can kind of be on a positive path. So, and you said one thing just a minute ago, you said you want to win. So, and I think sometimes when you don't have a clear sense of what your end looks like, then that can give you confusion in the middle. So what does winning look like to you?
Helping family, but also being there, knowing I could provide. Yeah, just knowing I could provide and I could help others out their situation that's close to me that I love. That's all I want. I come last when it comes to, I just want to help. That's all.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Delo really my dog for real. Like, we've been through a lot of different stuff. You feel me? Only God know. But, you know, we just call it going vamp. He just go vamp. You feel me? That's just, he gotta work on himself. Whatever that may look like for him. You feel me? It just be like that. And I feel like it be like that with a lot of us. It's just in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't do it as much because I feel like I done put myself into the spotlight so much, I prevent myself from going dark. I done threw myself in the light to where I can't go dark.
So I do want to kind of give you guys credit, and I know it's a credit to the people that work here as well. And, you know, I'm a behind the scenes guy, so I don't really say much or interject too much. But I did want to say this because you mentioned earlier about why don't the guys or the younger generation want to reach out and get help sometimes.
Right.
But like you said, we was younger too.
Yeah.
And we were all in a place, well, I know personally, I was in a place where I had to be taught to reach out for help. Because, again, there's always this thing about in our community, you have to be a man, and that means doing it on your own, figuring it out on your own sometimes. And until you surround yourself or you get surrounded by men who can teach you a different example and say, hey, it's all right to reach out to us or to ask us for help. And also, there's a level of trust that has to be developed with those men, because a lot of times you can't trust the men that went ahead of you. So it takes time to build that trust with people. So I think that is fostered in this environment here at the Blue House and within Animal. I mean, Keisha is good about stressing that. And again, it comes down to the people that are around you have to set that example and build that trust. So I just wanted to say that this is a good place for learning that, and it's good to see men who are setting that example and showing that, hey, it's all right to reach out for help. And also you guys being willing to be vulnerable with each other. Like, again, when I grew up, I wasn't really taught to be vulnerable, so I bottled a lot of stuff in. So just being able to be around guys like you as I got older, it helps me as a man to be better, just to express my feelings and my emotions more, and not try to be so independent, but to say, hey, Korey, I need some help. Hey, Mr. Clay, I need some help. So hey, you guys are doing a great job, and just keep doing what you're doing.
And D-Lo, I believe wholeheartedly, sincerely, that you can get and do everything that you want to do. First, you got to get yourself together, right? Because even in sports, the best of availability is you have to be there, right? So if your family needs you, you got to be on your game, and you can't be on your tip-top game until you get D-Lo together. So that's going to be the base. We're going to get you together, get you 100%, and then that's just going to make it that much easier for you to do the things that you want to do with your family.
And one thing, D-Lo, you can't help them from jail, bro. You can't. You got to be out here. You got to be willing to walk that line. It's going to be tough. I ain't going to lie to you. But you can do it. You got the eye of a tiger, bro. You got it. It's just that you paying attention a little bit too much over here. You just need to redirect and move you over a little bit. That's it. Because you ain't never been around this, and I understand. I get it.
No, for sure, yeah. The men in this program really, it's important, for sure. Mr. Clay, Mr. Korey, and, the guests and people that we do have come speak up, man. Whoever in the back, Travis just trying to get on me because I ain't talk about him earlier. But, I mean, whoever, it's just important, though, because, I mean, a lot of times, and not to, what I'm saying, diss nobody else, but it's good seeing strong, powerful men that's doing something with themselves that's positive to look at, because a lot of times it's hard to look at somebody that ain't doing nothing right and then tell you something positive. Like, you not where you want to be and you trying to tell me something, so how am I supposed to look at you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you done been, and I understand, like, you could have been in jail and walked the bend, but you still ain't where you need to be, and you trying to tell me not to do this, but you still doing this. It just don't, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times it makes sense, and that's where it kind of come, like, defiance and, like, rebelling, not have, like, private issues with authority. Because it's like, bro, how you going to tell me something, man? You ain't doing right yourself. You ain't taking care. I'm saying you not taking care of your kids. You not with your kids. You not prioritizing the right things. You worry about all the wrong stuff. You not standing on your word as a man, because as a man, all you got is your word. You not doing the right stuff that I feel, you know what I'm saying, is important as a man. I'm supposed to look at you and then take your advice and go around with it. Not. But this, you know what I'm saying, it's different. Like you said, it's genuine, because it's like, it's men that stand on their word. So where it's like, you say you might try to make something happen, you gonna really make it shake. know what I'm saying? A lot of times in my life, I know personally, a lot of times the men be like, oh, I see what I could do. You flogging, you faking. I don't take your word serious. And as a man, like I said, all you got is your word. So it's just eye-opening seeing men that is really about what they about and really like on their business, because I feel like that's rare coming from where like I come from and where certain people may come from. Like it's just rare seeing men that's really on that. Like it's like for real. That's why I said generational curse. Like it's no man in my family that's really doing what they supposed to. They all got incarcerated. They all done did this. They ain't never did nothing positive. I'm gonna be the first one to go to college. I'm gonna be the first one to graduate college. All of that. They ain't never really did nothing positive with their life. They done went down the wrong path. So it's like it's just you know.
Sound like you did it though. You breaking the generational curse,
But I always since I was younger though, I feel like I had to. Since I was younger, like I'm talking about, like once I became cognitive enough to understand that I didn't have an active father and my uncles was incarcerated for the first 7 years of my life. When I became cognitive of that, I was like, I have to be something. And I didn't know what it was at the time, and I couldn't understand my thinking process of that, but I knew I had to be something. And you know, it was trials and tribulations along the way.
That come with the territory.
But you feel me? I feel like I'm doing all right.
You are.
You know?
Straight up. I'm proud of you for that.
I feel like I'm doing all right.
Anybody got anything else on their mind? You got something on your mind?
It's gonna take me a little minute to gather my thoughts, but my question is, how do you act when, let's say, one of your partners, your homeboys, let's say their week was bad, they had a bad week, and like this happened every day in the black community, like a lot of people suffer from this, like, and end up causing like complications and like altercations. So what do you do when they treat you like, they just treat you like in a poor manner, like bad, and you didn't have bad days, you didn't have bad weeks, but you ain't never treat them that way just because your month was bad or something like that, and it just make you want to cut them off or like hurt them or something. But you know, you ain't always been like this. You don't want to do nothing to them, but you know what I'm saying, you know they better than this. But like, I understand what you said when like you ain't gonna be able to protect your family when you in jail. So, you know, I agree with that standpoint of it. But what he said, he was like, I forgot what he said. Oh, be a better person.
Right.
But you've been being a better person for so long. You ain't been getting no satisfaction from it. You ain't been feeling like you ain't been giving your grace for being a better person for this long. And it's like, God dang, it's about time I do something about it. Like, what's the best action to take? Just cut them off, of course. Get your circle right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But like, you done grew up with these people. You know what I'm saying? You done been with the ringer with them. Like, you love these folks. You know, these your right hands, these your left hands. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's a thin line of destruction, or just not being unhappy. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you do become a successful man, and like, you ain't forget where you came from, but you done changed as a person because, I mean, shoot, as far as you concerned, your partner's done changed, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, basically what I'm saying, is the best act confrontation? Or is it just, I don't know what the best action is, or what should I do?
I appreciate your comment. I appreciate that. Who want to touch? You want to touch on that? Get on here and get on that mic. He want to touch on that.
That's a good question, bro. I cut off one of my best friends, my partner since 2. He don't know how to talk to people. Anytime he come around, they like, bro, like, why you got that weird attitude every time you come around? So I most definitely feel you 1,000% on that. You know what I had to do, bro? Love him to death. I had to cut him off. When he called me, I don't even pick up no more. I text him and say, bro, I'm busy, or I'll get back at you later, because I know how negative he can be. And for that to not bother my mental and mess with me and where I'm trying to go and where I'm trying to be, and especially to keep my mental straight, or just cut off all the negativity. And when they get their mind right, or they sit back and be like, damn, I miss my dog. Why he cut me off? Let them sit there and soak in and be like, damn, I need to, all right, if that's how, if you need to be respected a certain way, if he your partner, he gonna respect you that way. And if not, cut him off, let him do his thing, bro. If he come back, he your homeboy. If he don't, do not stress over it, bro. For real.
Hey, that y'all call it boundaries now. We call it cutoff game in our era. That was cutoff game. You know, we just cut you off. It's boundaries now. I think is that right, Clay?
That's absolutely right, man. You have to. Sometimes you just got to cut folks off, man.
That way, you hear me?
Sometimes you just got to cut folks off. Just like I just told the Prez, everybody ain't meant to be on the road to success with you. And those very partners, man, that you think of your partners, and I'm not telling you something that I think, I'm telling you something that I know. And being a police officer for 26 years, I can tell you I can't tell you how many times we get guys in that interrogation room and they tell on everybody. Man, I swear to God. I swear to Jesus. Listen, I understand the code of the streets and that's my partner. He wouldn't do that. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Bro, you looking at 40 years. Hey, man, Keith told me to go over here. Dude found me over here.
Matter of fact, his whole government name.
This is what your whole government name, bro. I'm telling you, this is what I see. Right? And then when we go and interview the other person and we tell them what they said, swear to God, swear he said that. Well, now I'm finna tell you. So you find out who your friends are when things get greasy. Flat out. So I wouldn't even put yourself in those positions. Just don't even do it.
Mr. Mika said you got to cut off your finger to save your hand.
Absolutely.
That was a really good one. I seen that. There's a couple of more in here I seen too, man. That it's a lot of people that are engaging, especially with this conversation. And I just want to say how proud I am of you guys for being vulnerable. We can't do what we do unless y'all let us know what's going on. Like that whole thing right there, man, it's been so many times. Man, I had to cut people off, still to this day. Don't think I don't. I cut you off quicker now than what I did when I was your age.
I got more to lose.
Yeah, I got way more to lose, man. I got, what he say, I got a Lamborghini I want to go buy. You know, I want to buy a bigger house, you know, things like that. So if it don't align with where I'm going, I got to go over here, man. I got to get off on the next exit. It's easy to get yourselves in trouble. Y'all know how easy it is. Y'all can make a mixtape tonight and get in trouble tomorrow.
Straight up.
Straight up. I'm serious, man. But it's so much, man, it's so difficult because not many, I think what y'all seeing is so many people are doing all this crazy stuff to whereas the ones that are doing the right thing are not being highlighted. And that's an issue. And we've been seeing this consistent trend. And with you guys have been that for us. Yeah, because we dealt with some that, yeah. But you guys, man, y'all don't understand what how y'all make us feel. Just sitting up here, being vulnerable, telling us what's going on, asking us questions. Even Mr. Harris said, I'm in awe because none of y'all do this no more.
Yeah.
Especially young black men. Man, y'all dope. I just want y'all to know that, man. Y'all dope to me.
For sure. Yeah, touch it back on like that, like the news, bro. They depict us so crazy, bro. And it's just so much negativity that be on the news. And I'm not, and I can't really say it's nobody else's fault but ours. But also it is. Because we ain't teach ourselves stuff that's going on. Like it just be so much negativity. Like we was in the van one day telling Mr. Korey, like, bro, like, I'm from the South Side, bro. Every day I look on VOTP, somebody getting killed on the South Side. Every day. I swear to God, every day. On North Side of this or that. Like, it's so crucial. On the North Side, they don't even report it no more. It just happened. And you would just hear it, word of mouth. They was doing this. You don't even hear, no, you don't even report it no more. Like, it's just so much like negativity, and we get depicted in such an evil way. Like, even with the Six Flags situation, bro. Like, bro, it's so much anger in the youth, bro, that it's like, is y'all really like, this how I see it, is y'all really sitting here like and trying to see what's really going on with people, bro? Like, it's been clips of Michael Beasley trending on TikTok, bro, and he was just being overly vulnerable with who was that, Shannon Sharp. He was being overly vulnerable with Shannon Sharp, and he had said something, I don't remember what he specifically said, but it was something along the lines of like, y'all was making fun of me for this, but did y'all really ask what was going on? Is y'all really asking what's going on with people, bro? And because it's like people really be trying to actually ask for help low key, and it just be like they don't know how to ask the right way, and it be like they this close from crashing. Because when they crash is over with, now your life over with. Now your life over with. You done crash, you done punch somebody, kill somebody, and did all of this. Now it's over with. Your life through. But you was really trying to get help before, but you was just like every time it's like that. Like I go back to what I said, rejection. Like when you feel like your emotions is getting rejected, it's like, what else is I'm trying to get help for? Now I want to crash mode because I just tried to get help from y'all. Like I just didn't even take what I said seriously because I'm young or I'm this, I'm that. And it's just so much different stuff that go into it. I feel like it just don't be taken serious for real. Like y'all not really asking what's going on with kids, bro, or with the youth. Like, you know, because people really be having hidden talents and stuff. Like they be really wanting more for themselves, but your environment takes so much from you. You can only want so much. You can only do so much. What you know. Swear to God.
You just made that super understandable. Like I hope everybody listening straight take what you said and really go ask the youth like what's up.
Yeah, just ask what's going. Cause it's like sometimes they ain't gonna tell the truth off the rip, bro. But I'm saying like if you really keep in it in a genuine way though, not in no like. You know, like in a genuine way, you really asking people what's going on, I promise they gonna end up telling you something. And from that, you're gonna be able to break it down more, bro, because it really be, people be wanting help. Like, I even speak myself. Like, when I be in them dark moments, I straight, but it be like, how am I supposed to ask somebody for this? Or how am I supposed to word this? Or how am I supposed to say this? Because it don't be just easy as, hey, I need help. It's never that easy, especially if you're really going through something. And then, of course, as a man, with the, like, how am I really supposed to ask for something without breaking down crying? And now I'm looking weak to the next man or the next woman. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be that way, but that's just how it give you for real. Cause everybody don't think that men can cry. Everybody don't think that. So you got to be cognitive of who you tell this stuff to. Like, it's just really crazy. That's why, going back to what he said, this genuine. Like, a lot of stuff don't be that way for real.
All right. I must say, man, hearing y'all, and this is the reason why this space was created. This whole thing was created. It's not for us to talk to y'all, it's for y'all to tell us. And like y'all do such a great job of doing that to where it's, okay, so now I need to check in with Armani. Hey man, you good? You need anything? And maybe that's the thing that we as older guys need to start doing, is just saying, hey, you need something? You good? You need anything? Give me a call. And leave it in your hands. And maybe that's a challenge, Clay. Mr. William C. Harris, and everybody else. Maybe that's a challenge. Maybe, why don't people just, especially men, why don't you ask your nephews, your cousins, somebody that you are around consistently, ask them how they doing, call and check on them. A lot of these young men, as you can tell right now, they suffering in silence, man. And most grown men cannot deal with that. So if grown men can't deal with it, what make you think a 19-year-old can deal with it?
Man.
And also normalize telling each other that you love them, man.
Right.
Like, that's okay. It ain't no sideways stuff. No, it's legit, sincere. I love you, man. I want to make sure that you're good.
Right.
Get off the phone. Love you, bro. You good? All right, man. I'll holler at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need to
Check
show each
check
other.
out y'all people, bro. I'd be times. It just be a phone call away. Like I said, going back to that, like at night you just in your head, like it just be like I'm just really a phone, like just somebody call me on God, like, you know, and they don't do it. You just sitting there with yourself. You feel me? And man, maybe you want to call somebody, but it's like, nah, they doing this, they doing that, or this, that. And you never know. So I gotta call y'all people, bro.
So guys, we went over, and we went over for a good reason. You guys have been nothing but amazing. D-Lo, this is my first time meeting you. And I must say, I am so proud of you for opening up. You don't know me from a campaign, bro. And the questions that you ask touch me. And I must say, bro, I feel you. I know we got too much in common. And I don't even know your story. I could tell, I know, I see it. And I'm here to tell you, bro, if you just one mustard seed, bro, just take this step forward with me, with us. I guarantee, bro, you will not look back.
One, we'll take two.
3, if needed. But you gotta do it too. I mean that. You gotta want it though. I can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself. So that's my challenge to you. Anybody got anything else to say?
For everybody that's watching, I want to say thank y'all for being here, taking the time to watch us, and as you can see, you know, we're trying to everybody go through everything. You know, everybody has something they struggle with, something they need help on. So, like Mr. President was saying, call and check on your people, because you know some people might need to get checked on to get that word of encouragement to keep going. So that's what I have to share.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, look, y'all know me. We really just met for real since I started working here. But all y'all, I want y'all to know, bro, I got y'all back through whatever, anything I can help with. I don't care what it is. If it's $50 or y'all need help putting a door in at the crib, however I can help, bro. And some of y'all got my number already. I'm gonna give all y'all my number. Bro, I don't care what it is, what time it is, call me. Y'all need some help. Y'all need somebody to talk to. Bro, I ain't been 40 my whole life. Right. I was y'all age to make it here. So, man, I've been through everything. Everything y'all can think about, I've been through. So, like I said, I'm going to wrap it up. Bro, I'm going to give y'all my number. I don't care what it is, what time it is, whatever y'all need, bro, call my phone. You hear me? Whether it's just a talk or, like I said, y'all need $1 for something. Call me, all right?
Hey, don't tell Mario that, man. You know, I had to get you.
That's my dog.
I had to get you.
Straight up, y'all.
But, man, if nobody else has anything, I would like to just close it. I want to thank Mr. William C. Harris for being here and everything that he does. Not just for Annie Malone, man, but for our community, man. A lot of people have no idea what this man and his family and the sacrifices he makes to do certain things when people come up short, all kinds of things that this man has done in our community. I'm telling you, he's one of the GOATs. I'm telling you. I know for sure. And, of course, we got to give love to Miss Keisha for allowing us to have this in this space.
Lolo?
Yep. I know she's watching.
What's up, Miss Keisha?
She probably like, why y'all go over this? No, just And, you know, of course, our sponsors, we got plenty of sponsors, especially for this upcoming May Day Fest. Yes, May Day Festival. We got Walmart. We got Latanya Honora. I know she's watching. We have Arches, which is one of our great contributors. And I hope they're watching this as well. We're going to end it tonight. And I hope you do take on this challenge with going to check on your people. Check on these young men. You know, call them. See what's up with them. Man, just bother them. So what? I mean, you get on their nerves. So what? But tell them you love them.
They get on
man.
our nerves.
Yeah, they get on my nerves too. But I love it though. And be sure to tell them you love them, man. A lot of times they don't know that unless you tell them. I mean, sometimes giving them stuff they know, but sometimes it's good to hear too. So until next time, within 2 weeks, we'll be seeing y'all then, and I appreciate you most. See you later. I'm Korey Johnson of the Korey Johnson Foundation, and I'm here at Faith Miracle Temple this morning, and we're getting everything ready, prepared for May 9th. You know, this is a huge event that we're going to be donating $750,000 of product to our law enforcement agencies as well as the military. This is powered by Heroes Care, Faith Miracle Temple is hosting, Leap of Faith, Korey Johnson Foundation, Diamond Divas Empowerment Foundation, and many others that are part of this. Our initiative is to make sure we serve our community just like we always do, but we want to make sure that this is dedicated to Roy Gillespie. Roy Gillespie was one of the legends in our community that made sure that every agency had what they needed during difficult times. And this is our way of paying homage to him. And we're going to continue his legacy from this day until it's over. And I really, really appreciate everybody coming out. But this is just the beginning of many to come. Thank you.
My name's Eddie Ross, the founder and CEO of Diamond Diva Empowerment Foundation. Heroes Care means a lot to me. And not only just Heroes Care, the collaboration and ecosystem that Roy Gillespie has built and the legacy that continues to carry on through Korey Johnson and all the other organizations that collaborate to make a huge investment back into our community. It warms my heart today to be a part of it. I look forward to further collaboration. Together, we can make a huge impact into our community.